It started with a scream. A villager had been mauled brutally by the alpha wild boar that had been terrorizing the countryside for weeks. The news spread like wildfire. People locked their doors, farmers refused to step outside, and an eerie silence fell over the forest that once echoed with the sounds of daily life. But fear alone doesn't stop a beast like this. You can't reason with a wild boar. You can only face it. That's when our hunting team, seasoned, steady, and ready for the unknown, was called in. We weren't just tracking an animal. We were stepping into a fight between man and nature itself. At dawn, the forest was still. The air was thick with humidity and tension. Every step we took sank into layers of decaying leaves that whispered under our boots. We moved silently, rifles ready, eyes sharp, listening for the faintest crack of a twig or rustle of a branch. Then we saw fresh tracks in the mud. Huge, heavy. It was close. The dogs were released, and within seconds, the peace shattered into chaos. Barking erupted. Branches snapped. The boar's guttural roar cut through the jungle like thunder. It was a sound that froze your blood for a split second, and then instinct took over. I sprinted ahead, knowing exactly where it would run. My rifle was steady. My breathing, silent. Then movement. The beast tore through the brush, muscles rippling, tusks glinting with mud and fury. I pulled the trigger. One clean shot. It dropped instantly. The echo of the gunfire bounced through the trees, but I knew it wasn't over. These animals don't travel alone. The forest went quiet again for a heartbeat, then another burst of barking. James, one of the sharpest shooters I know, raised a hand. He'd caught something, a faint rustle. He crouched low, eyes locked on a hidden trail between two massive trunks. Out came another boar, trying to outsmart us. But James was faster. One clean shot later, another threat down. Our rhythm was perfect. Precision, focus, and raw determination. Every move was deliberate. Every sound mattered. Then came the real test. The dogs started barking wildly, deeper, angrier, different this time. Something big was coming. Out of nowhere, the alpha boar exploded from the undergrowth. It was a monster. Huge shoulders, scarred snout, eyes full of rage. It charged like a freight train. My heart hammered as I steadied my aim. There was no time to think. Only act. One pull of the trigger. The recoil hit my shoulder, and in that instant, the beast fell mid-charge. Silent. Still. kind of silence that only comes after violence. Jack's radio crackled. "Movement to the east," he whispered. "Another one." We pushed forward, weaving through dense vines, the dogs leading the way. Suddenly, a terrified boar burst from behind a tree, trying to escape. I pivoted, fired, and watched it stumble to the ground. Every second out there felt longer than a minute. Adrenaline numbed the fear, but the forest was alive with tension. One mistake could mean the difference between walking out or never coming back. But our mission wasn't over. These creatures had been destroying everything. Fields, fences, crops, entire livelihoods gone in a single night. I'd seen it myself. Cornfields flattened, soil torn up, fences crushed. A close friend once called me trembling. "They're back. They're destroying everything." I rushed there and stood in disbelief. His entire harvest gone. That's when I knew this wasn't just a hunt. It was payback. A fight to protect our homes, our food, and our people. The next morning, we regrouped before sunrise. The strategy was simple: cut off every escape route. I took position on a small hill overlooking the valley, perfect visibility on all sides. The forest was wrapped in a gray mist, every shadow looking alive. Then, movement. A dark shape crept out from the bush, sniffing the ground. I held my breath, waiting. 1.2.3. I squeezed the trigger. The boar stumbled, tried to run, and fell quietly into the brush. A slow exhale. One less to worry about, but the first shot alerted the others. Suddenly, chaos. Another boar burst through the trees straight toward Jack's position. He didn't flinch. Boom, the echo rolled across the hills. The shot was perfect, stopping the charge cold. We exchanged glances across the clearing. No words needed. That's the thing about hunts like these. You stop thinking. Start trusting your instincts and your team. We pushed further into the thickest part of the jungle, where tall grass reached our knees, and the smell of earth mixed with gunpowder. Then we saw a flash of black fur. A wild boar, startled and cornered, charged straight at us. My heart pounded in my chest. I steadied the rifle, tracking its movement. It paused for just a second long enough. I fired. The shot echoed, and the boar dropped instantly. But there was no time to celebrate. The remaining herd panicked, scattering in every direction. A blur of shadows darted between trees. Gunfire cracked through the air, dogs barked, and the jungle erupted once more into mayhem. It was primal, chaotic, a battle of survival.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.